Hi, I'm Paul Drew from Studio One Expert. Today I'm going to continue with my mix series videos on the song What's the Time in Tokyo by Marcella Detroit. So I've done 4 other videos and I suggest you go back and just have a quick look at them just before you start on this one. So let's have a quick listen from the verse and then I'll start explaining what I'm going to be doing today.
We're two separated souls trying to reach around the world. When I go to sleep, your waking up begins. I wonder how it ends. And day is night over the songs, hanging on to the connection. And I hope that you're alone. You better be sending dreams in my direction. Whoa, whoa, what's the time in Tokyo?
Okay, so what I'm going to be doing today is to add effects to the drums and the percussion. We've got this thing here called Rev tambourines. Let's have a quick listen to that in isolation. But what I want to do to this is to add some spatial reverb to it. So what I'm going to do is just to drag in the Native Instruments RC48 into my send. Now this is a fantastic reverb created by Softtube for Native Instruments, and it's actually an emulation of the Lexicon 480, which is one of the iconic 80s reverb. I've actually created a patch here. Let me just go down to my patches here, which is User and PD Medium Hall, because I want it large, a fairly large sort of sounding reverb. So let's hear that as it is. Now I'm going to exaggerate the send. And as you can hear with this reverb, and you can see with this visual demonstration up here, the reverb tail is basically ending when the next hit happens. So let's just check that again. Now let's just hear that in the mix.
And day is night over the songs, hanging on to the connection.
Okay, let's try adding some pre-delay onto this sound as well. So I know from looking at the charts here that I've got that I can do like a 96, 97 millisecond pre-delay here. So let's just put that in. And let's see how that sounds now. Let's solo that again. So as you can hear, you get the sort of sound from the initial transient coming through and then the reverb. So let's see how that sounds in the mix.
Day is night over the songs, hanging on to the connection. And I hope that you're alone. You better be sending dreams in my direction. Whoa.
So that's working great for me. Now let's have a look at the snare drum here. Let me just copy that down so it's in the same place as my tambourine there. Let's have a quick listen to that snare, which comes in on the second chorus. Okay, so it's like a distorted snare. Let's hear that in the track.
And day is night over the songs, hanging on to the
Okay, it's fine, but let's give it some more space. So let's add in the RC48 to that as well.
and day.
So off and on sounds like this. Okay, so now let's add a delay to the snare as well. So I'm just going to copy in Echo Boy, but instead of me, as I always do, instead of me copying into my sends, I'm going to create a bus. So I'm going to add a bus channel here. I'm going to go down to my mixer and let's find my bus here. We're going to call that snare delay. Okay, now I'm going to copy Echo Boy into the insert of that bus there. And I've got a patch that I've set up for this called PD Crunch Delay here. Now on this, we've got the mix up full. We've got the echo time of 16ths. I've got the low cut up just to get rid of the low rumble, and the high cut up just to cut some of the highs off as well. Right, this is a single echo, so it's only like a mono echo that's happening here. But I've got the studio tape emulation in the style. Okay, so let's hear how that sounds if we solo the snare. But first of all, what I've got to do is just to solo safe my snare delay there. So here we go, let's play it back. And let's take it off and put it back in. And let's hear that in the mix.
We don't synchronize. A day is night over the zone, hanging on to the connection. And I hope that you're alone. You better be sending dreams in my direction. Whoa, whoa, oh, what's the time in Tokyo? I can eat.
So I'm Paul from Studio One Expert. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.